been rescheduled for sometime in August. So the first time it's never been run in May, which completely upsets the social apple cart in central Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
But at least they are planning to do it
There's
sometime.
Santa Claus, Gary. Gary.
Another Gary.
You're muted, Gary.
Yeah, Gary and Jerry.
Hey, there you go. And Laura.
We'll get Larry and Terry here in a few minutes. So.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. I know Terry Armstrong said he would be on. And of course, my wife, Terry, she'll be down here in a minute or two. She's up making masks. So how's that Great Red Stick Club going, Gary?
We're going one day at a time.
I'll tell you what, you guys are doing a great job. I really interested in seeing it all, and I know with Laura's help, you guys are doing great. So
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Laura keeps you busy, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we pay her big bucks to do this. Not. But
I bet.
Have a fundraiser just to pay her fee.
yeah.
Yeah. Laura, so you're the lieutenant governor now. Have you been or are you going to be governor?
I don't think I have the big bucks to do that. They give you a little bit of money, but not enough to travel. We're 3 different states.
Right. That's what I hear. That's what I hear.
Although we're traveling to about 9 states. Maybe if I got friendly enough with people in other states, I could handle it.
There you go.
Well, you know, this is, like you said before, this is home.
I tried to get Mike McCormick to join us. Was he ever a member of your club?
Name doesn't ring any bells with me.
He was a member of some Kiwanis club. He's from Crawfordsville. His mother's at Wellborn. Is that one of the nursing homes?
Wellbrook.
Yeah.
Wellbrook.
Yeah. And she's, I think, 100, 101, something like that. But she used to run an intern agency called, I think it was Metzger, McCormick, or McCormick.
Yeah, the insurance agency.
He lived across the street from me on Lafayette Road.
All right.
Well,
Hey,
there's
Chuck.
Chuck. Hi, Chuck.
Yeah.
He's trying to connect to audio.
Yeah.
Whenever
So how's the weather down there today, though?
Whenever I want to laugh a lot, I watch your video, Gary.
You do?
Good.
That Santa Claus video, that is hysterical.
Yeah.
Good. The kids liked it, and at Riley Hospital, so that was important.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Hi, Sam. How you doing, buddy?
I don't think his audio's
He's trying to connect the audio too. Yeah.
Well, if everybody shows up who is supposed to show up, this is going to be a crowded screen.
Well, good.
I was in one in Wisconsin, and they limited us to 4 people. I think I told you.
Right.
I had 17 people lined up to go. And I think there were something like 60.
Well, I'm using my wife's paid license to, she has a Bible study group that she uses Zoom for, and they have a paid license, so we can go up to 100. If we have that many, it'll be a crowd, but we'll see how it works.
We're supposed to have 12, but I'm sure some will back out at the last minute.
Yeah, understand.
Some of you guys may have
Now,
known.
Laura, what?
Did anybody know Bob
Laura,
Ruth Gilliland? No action out of that?
I had been gone from Crawfordsville for more than 40 years until we moved back here in 2013. So there was a lot that occurred between the time I graduated college and we moved back here. I'm seeing a lot.
Laura, how's the weather down there?
It's approaching 90. Tommy
Oh,
just
boy.
arrived. He's one of our board members, Tommy Darrensburg.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, hi, Tommy.
Welcome.
Hey.
Right now it's
It
80.
looks like Bill and, oh, okay. Yeah, it's gonna be nice and warm here today too. They're saying, high 70s, so that's nice. Hi, Mark. Hi, Mary. How are you?
Good.
Oh, there's
Glad to see
Mary.
you. Yeah.
Hi, Terry.
Here, you can take this one. Rocker.
Gary, I have a case
This
conference.
is our,
I have a case conference at 12:30, so I can only stay on for about 20 minutes.
that's what you said. No problem, Mary. We're just glad to have you here.
All
Here's our little mask maker here.
right. Me.
Hi.
Hey, what's your name?
That's my wife,
Masks.
Terry.
Lots of masks.
Terry? Okay.
I'm about 75 right now.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for joining. Yeah.
I like your virtual background, Mike.
Mary, so how are you guys getting by now with school? What's happening there?
We're just trying to, our last student day is tomorrow, and we're just trying to get all the e-learning tied up, and it's been crazy.
I bet. What an experience, huh?
Yeah. For seniors, it's just been sad, and trying to get everything with scholarship.
Yeah.
It's just been a bummer.
Right. Now, what do you think the future will hold for August?
I mean, you hear something different every 5 minutes.
I bet. There's Shar. Shar, we've got an inner club going. Good. Adrian, glad to see you. Good. Yeah.
Hi, Don.
Look at, there's Bud.
Hey, Gary, how are you?
All right.
Good.
Yeah, you got it on. Good. There's Carolyn. The women
Hello.
are here. Yay.
Good. Women power.
That's
You're darn
right.
right. Yes.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi there.
Jerry, was Jimmy making it today or?
Don't know. I didn't hear from him one way or the other.
Okay. Hi, Steve.
Hey, Gary, how are you?
Terrific. Glad to see you're here. We've got people from all over the place. We've got people from all over the place today.
Good.
Everybody say hello when you come on. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Chuck. Hi, everybody. Hi, Sam.
Hello, Sam.
This is gonna sound like night at Little House of the Prairie here.
Right.
Hey, John Boy.
Good night, John Boy.
Did that make you Pa, Jerry?
No. Hard.
Oh,
There's Roy.
Yes, hi, I'm a guest from the Kiwanis Club, Northwest Indianapolis.
Love your background.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you. It is the month of May, right? No matter what that means, right?
that's right.
And so
Roy's
Gary,
gonna speak.
yeah, go ahead, Gary. Yeah.
Go ahead, Roy.
Well, I was just gonna say, Gary joined my club meets at 7:30 to 8:30 a.m. on every Thursday. So Gary joined our club meeting this morning. So I said, hey, invite me to yours in Crawfordsville too. So.
Yeah, and Roy will be speaking to us all on the 28th of May. He's got a great presentation. That's something that I think we all need right now. Somebody's got music playing. Christmas music too.
I know,
All
right?
right. Just for
it's not
Santa.
him, it's not him.
Hey.
I promise you.
Hi, Morgan.
Hi.
Glad to see you, Morgan.
Hi.
You're welcome.
Hi. Glad you could get on.
I thought I saw Diane on there a minute ago. Say hello, Diane.
Yes, she is. Bud, is your speakers working?
What?
You're muted, Bud. You got to turn your microphone on. Should I ask you all these hard questions? Gabriel, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I saw you there. Good. Good. Glad to see you could come. Karen, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you guys?
Good. We got all kinds of people here today. It's great.
Yeah, the thumbnails are getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah. Well, I did see this morning, Jerry, that when I was on the Northwest Indiana meeting, it was interesting because they actually went over to 2 pages.
Really?
So when you get so many, it just skips over and you get more pages.
Is my mic working now?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is,
Yeah.
Bud. Thank you.
I had it muted.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Well, we had to work with Bud a little bit to get the sound working for him, but that's working and that's good.
There's Carolyn.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to
Bud,
get
you know,
everybody.
Say what?
But do your camera. Hold your. There you go. Up a little bit more.
I'm off the screen.
now. There.
There you go.
There you are.
There.
There we go.
That's better.
There you go.
I'll take my glasses off since I don't need them.
Well, good afternoon, y'all. I'm Don Wiseman with Red Stick Kiwanis here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Wow.
Welcome.
Hi, Don.
How you
Glad
doing?
to have you.
Hey, Don.
Hey.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dee. I'm the treasurer with Red Stick Kiwanis here in Baton Rouge.
Oh, nice to have you on here.
Well, I'm sure we're going to be.
Carolyn Robinson, I'm with Red Stick also.
I'm sure we
I'm
will
Don
have.
Morgan. I'm with Red Stick also.
I'm Charlie Ford with the Cartana Club here in Baton Rouge, and Laura's been encouraging me to join in with y'all, so I'm decided today's the day.
Glad you could be here.
Very good.
Thank you so much.
Charlie Ford is our executive director for Louisiana, Mississippi, and West Tennessee.
And Gary, if I may,
Baton Rouge.
Lamiston, yeah.
hey Gary, if I may say thank you for taking care of the podium. I see it sitting there in the corner.
See that?
No problem.
Thanks.
Don Wiseman
Yeah, I
made
see
the
that.
podium.
That's great.
Don Wiseman made the podium. Gary Graham is here. He's a past governor, and he is the membership chair for Louisiana, Mississippi, West Tennessee. And we have Rebecca Huff. That's Rebecca Kilgore. She's here, and she is the president of the E-Club that meets once a month, the first Monday, I believe it is. And I joined the E-Club a couple weeks ago.
Cool.
And we're thrilled to have you.
So,
Thank you.
I think we're probably
You want
going
me to formally introduce
continuing
everyone
to
once we start?
Go ahead, Laura.
Is that Jerry?
It was.
Okay. Are we starting?
I was getting ready to start the meeting, yes. I've
You know
got
when you want me to introduce everyone, because I'm afraid I may have missed some people.
I've got a place in the agenda a little bit down after announcements where you can introduce the folks that have come to be with us. So I'm sure that we will have some others join as we're going. I'm going to mute the participants for the time being so that we don't have a lot of extraneous noise in the background. And then it comes time to do the introductions of the guests, why I'll unmute it. Let's start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't have a big flag, but I have a flag. So I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic from which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Announcements. The nominating committee is working on a slate of officers and board members for 2021, and we need a couple of volunteers as board members. If you're interested, please let Jim, Don, Elizabeth, or me know. Otherwise, we might have to draft someone, and we do know where you live. But would like to get some of the younger members involved with the board of directors, and so would encourage them to consider doing that. Somebody will be reaching out to you. I'm also looking for volunteers to be greeters and invocators for our virtual Zoom meetings for the rest of May and June. There's a virtual sign up. There are virtual sign up sheets on the on Portal Buzz as of this morning. If you click on the meetings and events tab, you'll be able to see each week's meeting, and there's a place to sign up there to be a greeter and an invocator. And so I'd like people to start doing that as well, since we haven't been able to meet face to face and hand around our clipboard to sign things up. As I mentioned last week, we have rescheduled our Pancake Day fundraiser for September 24th. Setup will be on the previous day, the 23rd. So please, if you haven't already done that, get that on your calendars. It'll be on us before we know it. And I can't wait for it to be for it to be pancake time. Also, I mentioned last week that we still need to take an inventory of our Pancake Day yard signs that everybody took down so abruptly back in March when we had to postpone it. So I'm trying to get an inventory so we know how many date correction stickers that we need to have made. Please email me at jerry.dryer@gmail.com with how many signs you have. I've gotten a couple of responses back so far, but I know there's a lot more out there. So please look in your garage or in the back of your pickup truck or in your trunk or wherever you might have put them. We think there's about 50 or 60 of them out there, but I don't want to make more correction stickers than we absolutely have to. I'd like to thank, special thanks to Don Thompson, Mark Allen, Mike Sutherland, Stu Welliver and his son Luke, and Sally Coons, who packed a little over 300 backpacks for food insecure children last week for the Youth Service Bureau's Nourish program. Thanks very much for that. And we have another opportunity to help those folks out on Friday, the 22nd of May. It's a week from tomorrow. At 11 a.m., we need 4 to 5 volunteers. I think we may be close to having what we need, but again, the sign-up sheet is on the calendar in Portal Buzz. That's going to be at the Youth Service Bureau at 808 West Pike Street here in Crawfordsville. I announced last week that Tri Kappa is going to do their summer lunch program again this year, and we've committed to cover 2 dates for them, July 7th and July 28th. We'll need 6 volunteers for each of those days. So sign-up sheets are on Portal Buzz already. And so if you're available to help out, please go to that and sign up. Details will follow. And we have a virtual interclub meeting opportunity coming up with the Northampton, Massachusetts Club on Wednesday evening, May 20th at 7 p.m. I just got the meeting participation information for Zoom just before this call began. And so I'll post that out to everyone later on this afternoon. But it's another opportunity for us to interclub and see how other clubs do things, pick up some ideas. I'm sure that we can learn from them. I'm sure maybe they can learn, from us as well. So I would encourage as many of you as possible to join that. That's all I have in terms of events. So I'm going to unmute the microphone here and turn it over to Laura to do a kind of an introduction of everybody. Let me get everybody undone here. Okay, they've all been centrally unmuted. You may still have your screen muted there locally. So if you want to speak, you'll need to unmute your microphone yourself. Laura, take it away, please.
Okay, I'm Laura Gilliland, and I grew up in Crawfordsville, Indiana. I left there at the age of 22. I went to Indiana State University, and I came down to go to Louisiana State University, where I got a master's and a specialist, and I taught school down here for nearly 35 years. The past 13 years, I've been a realtor. I brought with me, we're in the process of interclubbing with Hawaii, Mississippi, Wisconsin, Colorado, Alaska, New York, Alabama, Indiana, and Oregon. I probably work on Kiwanis about 5 hours a day to get all that done. And all my members at Red Stick, my home club, they try to attend as many of these as they can. But today I brought about a dozen people with me. I have them listed like this, not necessarily in any order. Tommy Darrensburg, you want to wave, Tommy? Tommy is a member of our board. Gary LeBeau, he is our president and past lieutenant governor. Gary Graham, he is from the Downtown Club. They too do a pancake breakfast. He is the Louisiana, Mississippi, West Tennessee membership chair and a past governor of our district. Rebecca Huff is from up around Shreveport, and she is the president of the E-Club, which is the electronic club, just like this, go to meetings every once a month.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
And then I don't know if Eva made it or not. Eva Abate, is she here?
I haven't seen her.
Don't see it.
Yeah. Well, she was supposed to be here. She's our immediate past governor. Dee Green is with us. She's our treasurer. And let me tell you, she does a really, really good job, dotting every I, crossing every T, giving you a report every time you turn around, whether you want it or not. A.J. Mclin is supposed to be on with us. I don't know if he made it or not. He's a longtime member of Red Stick. Carolyn Robinson, she's with us. And she's from our Red Stick Kiwanis Club. And I wanted to show you this. This is a 50-some-odd page directory, color directory, that she put together of our members.
Awesome.
And it's very nice. She knows how to do anything technical. She won't admit to it, but she does. Then we have Don Morgan. He's one of our board members. And we have Don Wiseman. If you ever need home repair, Don Wiseman is your man. I don't know if he can travel to Crawfordsville or not, but he is really good. If you look at Gary LeBeau's picture, the podium he made for us is in the background. Don serves on our board at Red Stick. Then we have the infamous Charlie Ford, who's on the phone. And he is our executive director. How he keeps it together for 3 states, I do not know, but he is amazing. He always answers the phone and gets right back to you. Then we're supposed to have Dennis Oliver on here. He's the Eliminate Chair for Louisiana, Mississippi, West Tennessee, but he had computer problems, so I don't know if he made it or not. So that pretty much is everybody that we were bringing, and I felt like some of them might not be able to make it. I'm sorry if they didn't, but I definitely was going to be here because I wanted to see what you were doing. I think Jerry told me you have like 75 members.
Yes.
Well, in Baton Rouge, we have 15 Kiwanis clubs, Baton Rouge and the surrounding area. So our club has 36 members, not quite as big. So I'm very impressed with everything you are doing. I wish I could belong to your club. You sound like you're awesome. That's all I've got.
Thanks very much to all of you for taking the time to participate with us today. It's wonderful to see all of your faces. And Laura, thanks for organizing this. Like I said earlier, hopefully, you know, we can learn a little something from you. You can pick up a tip from us. But I think by doing this interclub thing, we get the opportunity to share ideas and find ways to better serve our communities and serve the kids. And after all, that's what Kiwanis is all about. We've got another guest on the list, our district lieutenant governor, Andrew Muffet. He is apparently participating via audio only. His microphone is muted and I don't see any video there, but our lieutenant governor is on board as well. And actually our district governor had been invited and he said he was going to join us, but I haven't seen Kevin Rowland join yet. Hopefully he can get on board later on. Okay, next up on the agenda, let's do Happy Bucks. I'll start things off. As a Wabash College alum, I'm very happy this morning that the college was able to raise more than $1.14 million from more than 6,000 individual gifts on Tuesday in their 7th annual Day of Giving. They use this to help fund scholarships and student financial aid, among a number of other things. But the entire alumni group participated, and it was another record-setting event. So very happy for the community of Crawfordsville for that. Is there anybody else who wants to kick in?
Yeah, I'll pitch in. I got my garden planted yesterday.
Great, Jim. That's terrific.
All right.
Gary?
Good. I got some for number one, all the friends that we've got joining us today, and the fact that we've got some of our key leaders, and we also have you know, Steve Ingram, past governor. We've got some of the counselors from the high schools that are associated with us, and it's great to see Brooke and Mary to visit with us and see what their kids are doing when we send them the key leader. So great to have them.
Thanks. Anybody else? Okay, I'll move along quickly because we've got a couple of speakers. I'm a history buff, and so I do this day in history for the club each week. And on this day in history, the following events occurred. In 1796, English physician Edward Jenner tested the first successful smallpox vaccination. Now it seems we need another vaccine for another plague. In 1804, the Lewis and Clark expedition officially began as the Corps of Discovery, and it departed St. Charles, Missouri for points west. In 1897, Guglielmo Marconi sent the first wireless telegraph message. Now we're all wireless all the time. Also in 1897, Stars and Stripes Forever, John Philip Sousa's famous song, was performed for the first time ever in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. In 1948, Prime Minister David Ben-Gurion founded the State of Israel. And finally, in 1973, the first U.S. space station, which was known as Skylab, was launched. And in less than 2 weeks, on the 27th of May, the United States should once again have the capability to put man into a low Earth orbit. And I say it is about time. So at this point, I'm going to turn it back over to Gary, and he can introduce our speakers today, Gabriel Little and Morgan Swick. Gary, take it away.
Okay, I think yeah, we've got Gabriel and Morgan here today, but we've got some other visitors here today too that we didn't introduce yet. Mike Cyborn from 101 Lakes in Angola, Indiana, joined us. Mike is, I've talked to him a little bit about joining up in some of these meetings, and so he's invited us to visit with his club, and we invited him to visit with ours. So glad to see you here, Mike. Adrian Hernandez. Adrian's from what club is it down there? That way down south Indiana.
Seymour.
Yeah, okay. And Adrian is the #1 asset for key clubs in the state of Indiana. Adrian is one of the administrators of all of the key club organization for the whole district. So she's fantastic. She's the go-to person for all of the key club stuff, and really appreciate her help. Let's see, Roy Hedin, of course, we talked a little bit about. Roy's going to visit with us on May 28th, but we wanted to invite him and have him join up today. Like Roy said, we joined the club this morning in Northwest Indy, and that was Roy was at that one, and I kind of stole him because I saw something that he's presented before and want to invite him there. We also have, of course, Morgan Swick. We'll get back to her in a little bit. And let's see, Brooke Van Gogh. Did I say that right, Brooke? Okay. And Brooke's one of our counselors at one of our schools here in town. Which one are you at, Brooke?
I'm at North Montgomery.
North Montgomery High School. So we've got we've got 3 high schools here in Crawfordsville, and so we try to invite and work with all of them. So since they've got students here today, we thought we'd invite the counselors. Mary Scheidler is from the other end of town, and she's here to visit with us today too, as one of the counselors from one of the schools. So glad to have her here. And Steve Ingram, of course, I introduced him before. He's a former governor for the Indiana district. So glad to have him here. And Steve's really big on the Riley Children's Committee, the Kids Committee, and we work with Steve quite a bit for Riley. So as I started to say before, the Crawfordsville Kiwanis sponsors students from all of the Montgomery County high schools to go to the Key Leader program. We did not have applications from one school, so we've got 2 of them that did attend this past year. The Key Leader mission, of course, is to provide a life-changing experience that inspires young people to achieve their personal best through service leadership. So in 2019, we provided grants for 2 students to attend Key Leader. From North Montgomery High School, we've got Morgan Swick, who will be a junior this fall. And from Southmont High School, we've got Gabriel Little, who will be a sophomore this fall. So both of them were able to attend Key Leader this year, and we wanted to come back and tell us a little bit about their events. So Morgan, why don't you go ahead first, ladies first, and tell us a little bit about what went on at Key Leader, what you liked about it, what you didn't like, and we'll make sure Steve hears all of that. So since he does so much with Key Leader too. Morgan?
Morgan, before you start, I'm going to let everybody know that I'm going to mute everybody's microphone again to keep the background noise out. So you'll need to unmute yours to be able to speak.
Okay. Yeah, so it was just overall, it was just like a really awesome experience to just like be there. And we had like all of these like sessions, they were called, and they taught us about like leadership, integrity, growth, respect, community, and then excellence. And so being in those sessions, we like broke down how you can be a leader in those 6 instances. And then we would we'd learn about it for like an hour, and then we'd break off into like little small groups with like 6 or 7 people, and we do some kind of project to like portray what we learned, and then we present it to the whole group. And I just really like thought that was a cool thing to do, and just you know, break down everything and talk about everything that we learned, not just everything being like, you know, learning everything and then not really talking about it, that kind of thing. So yeah. Yeah.
Good. That's great, Morgan. I'm glad you got a lot out of it.
Oh, okay. So what I thought one of my favorite parts about Key Leader is that we got these like little mailbox things that they were like paper bags, but they were called our mailboxes, and people could leave like little encouraging like notes and that kind of thing in them. And then at the end of the weekend, we got to bring those home. Yeah.
That's great, Morgan. Glad to hear that.
Good.
Yeah, let's go ahead and Gabe, you want to tell us a little bit about your experiences at Key Leader?
So when I went to Key Leaders, it was really something you had to go to experience. It was just really great because you got to meet all sorts of kinds of people. You got to have discussions over what really it takes to be a leader, and you got to learn skills that maybe before you didn't have, but you always wanted to have. The activities were really fun, mainly because they always included everyone. There always was something for everyone to do. And that was really the best things about, for my experience, was that you just had all these things to do, and it was just something that you had to be there to experience.
Okay, great. Gabe, overall, what do you think is the best thing you took from Key Leader?
Probably the people that I met. Honestly, that's what really made it the best thing ever. It was just on the people, on their energy, on their ideas, and the whole, really just on the leadership. Yeah.
Okay, great. What, I guess, what skill did you learn that you think you can use in your next few years in high school?
I really learned on how to take more charge for projects, because before, every time that I would start a project, I'd always start off as the leader, and then I would kind of go off and be kind of more of a servant leader and allow someone else to take charge. And now, after going through the Key Leader, I've learned that I can take more charge to get things done in the way that I think they should be done.
Okay. What would you do? What, I guess if there's, if we're going to pick out people to go to Key Leader this year, and I guess Steve may be able to update us on this, but if it's going to be a virtual thing, how would you try to recruit somebody else in your school to attend Key Leader this year? What would you tell them? And I think you and Mary are going to have to work together to do that.
I would really just, I would find kids who show that they want to be leaders and that they show traits of leaders. And then I would email them and say, like, hey, you have a chance if you want to chime in into a meeting from this time to this time on this day, then you can.
Okay. Steve, what any updates on Key Leader for this year?
Oops, my mic on? I think it's on. And I was going to put this on. Oops, excuse me. I got a phone call coming in. All right, got rid of that. Sorry about that, folks. I got rid of it. I'll get my screen back.
I put them on a spot.
All right, there we go. Key Leader. First off, can you hear me okay? Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks everybody for the for the folks out of state. I'm from the Valparaiso Noon Club, right under the tip of Lake Michigan, 180 members strong. Had to get the plug in, always do. Sorry about that. Get my camera back. There we are. We've been talking the last week. There's 3 of us on the main committee, and then once Key Leader weekend comes, there's about 20 of us on the committee. But Rebecca Mapes is one of the folks that is tightly connected to her school. So we're kind of watching what's happening with the schools this year, how they open up before we, commit to Key Leader one way or the other. So probably sometime in July, we'll make up our final determination what's gonna happen this year. Some great news we had. It happened a few months ago. The Indiana Kiwanis Foundation has committed for the next Key Leader and possibly then for the next 4 Key Leaders to underwrite a big portion of it. So with that, we'll be able to keep our scholarships up, and the cost of the kids and young adults coming to the camp in that same range, at $125 to $150 that we've managed to keep it at, which is half of what normally the cost could be. So that's kind of what we're thinking with Key Leader. And any questions or anything about us?
Do you
And
think
I'm
it's going to
happy
be
to
a
see
virtual?
and, yeah, maybe. We don't know what that looks like yet.
Yeah.
Dick Peterson with Key Leader has been working on something along those ideas. We don't know. Gosh, just like so much of this virus, we just don't know. So
Sure.
stay tuned. We'll keep you updated as soon as we make decisions on these sort of things.
Okay. Morgan, just a couple of quick questions for you. And you currently don't have a key club in your school.
No.
And I know you've learned a little bit about it in Key Leader, obviously. So we've got to try to work with you and Brooke to get a key club going up there. You be interested in doing that?
Awesome. Yeah, I talked to the Key Leader president, or I don't remember what her title was, about like possibly getting one there. And we talked to her like a couple days afterwards, but I never really heard back anything about trying to see if we could get one at North. But yeah, that'd be a really awesome thing if we could get one started.
Great. Well, we will work with you. We've got enough members here to do that, and I know we'll work with you to try to get something going up there. That'd be fantastic. And the same with South to get that reinstituted. So that would be good. Understand, Rebecca, you worked a little bit with Key Leader down in the South world, right? Would you tell us a little bit about what Key Leader did down there?
I did. We have a Key Leader North in Tennessee that Linda Ramsey, one of our past governors, heads up, and she is the district chair for Key Leader. So I had been to the training in Indianapolis, which was awesome. And then I went to Tennessee to watch what happened with Linda, and we got brave enough to try the one in South Louisiana near Baton Rouge this past November. And it was awesome. One thing that I'd like to ask your students who've been to Key Leader, because I did not hear them mention this, but at the end of the weekend, we do a survey, and what do you like, what do you not like, and so on. And one of our most popular activities was the low ropes course. So I was wondering if you did that at your Key Leader, because the the students, the young adults really enjoyed that. And we are hoping that we can do it again. We are scheduled for November 13th. Unfortunately, our Key Leader North, which was supposed to be the first weekend in May, had to be postponed to September, but we're hoping we'll get both of those back in Lemiston in the fall.
Gabriel, you want to comment on that?
Yeah, I will say the ropes course is probably one of the most popular things. I really enjoyed it. I know my group really enjoyed it. Yeah, it is probably one of the most popular ones.
Okay. Morgan, would you like it?
Yeah, it was just a lot of fun. It was just a lot of fun, and it was probably one of the highlights of the trip.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else have any questions of the students or any of the Key Leader advisors, leaders, or when we're talking about Key Club, of course, we got Adrian here, and I'm sure she can answer a lot of questions for Key Club here in the state. Anybody?
Gary, here's a photograph. I don't know how well you can see it, of our crew from 2019.
Yeah, okay. Your finger's in the way now or something.
Oh,
but,
is it? Okay, sorry.
There we go.
There's
There we
about
go.
75 students in that photo.
So that's great when we talk about Kiwanis and the kids. We always say kids need Kiwanis, and Kiwanis needs the kids, and we need to turn them into leaders, and we need to help them be leaders, I guess. And this is a way of doing it. I think you can see from both Morgan and Gabriel's reactions there. It's the way to go. And I think we're doing a good job in trying to provide scholarships for students from our schools here in Montgomery County. And we hope that others can do the same. Adrian, did you want to say anything about Key Club as long as I got you here? And I know I put you on the spot all the time, but go ahead.
Well, I'm not really sure what to tell you other than our kiddos are doing even greater things, I feel like, this year, because they've got a little extra time on their hands to do bigger things. So I hope that you are getting information from our lieutenant governors. I believe Irene Pollard is for you guys for Key Club. And hopefully she's introduced herself or she's working on it, because I've shared some Kiwanis contacts with all of the kiddos. So we're really excited with what they're doing with the extra time that they have right now. And Eric and myself are here if you guys have any questions or need some Key Club help.
Right. I did attend the Key Club convention that they had this year when they installed the new officers for the district, and it was amazing. It was amazing. Adrian and her crew did a fantastic job in helping put this thing together. So it was really, really good. What else? Anybody have anything else?
This is
Dennis,
Roy.
I see something on your. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Roy.
I just want to say I have been to a few Key Leaders and was at this past one at Tecumseh this past fall. And probably the biggest things I see out of Key Leader is giving the students a chance to meet like-minded people from all over the state. You know, just not just be there with your friends from your school that you're used to, but meet other people from all over. And it's just amazing to see, and you learn all about being a servant leader, as Gabe talked about. You know, it's how to lead others by serving them. You know, and it's such a trait that we need nowadays. And probably the biggest thing I always see is just the change in the students from just that Friday afternoon till Sunday at noon, just in that short amount of time, how much, you know, they've changed, and they're all the people that are so shy at first are now just, you know, speaking out, and just there's a lot of not a dry eye in the house as people are getting ready to go back to their normal world after going through that experience. So, you know, I think it's especially if you know some sophomores or juniors that, you know, maybe, you know, trying to find themselves and find their voice is just a great opportunity to do that with other people that will be supportive of you and just learn from a lot of different people. So it's a great experience. And Gabe and Morgan, congratulations getting through that. And I encourage you to find some other people from your school that can take advantage of it when the next time it comes up. Thanks.
Yeah, Morgan and Gabe both, you know, let us know, because I'm sure you've got somebody in the class behind you that you know that might be interested in something like this. And you know, let's help them help others, right? Anything else about Key Leader or Key Club or any of that type of stuff?
Also,
Okay.
I'd like to invite Gabe and Morgan, if we have our Key Leader this fall, to come back as facilitators. That's the student leaders within the Key Leader camp.
Yeah, I know Gabriel's already asked about that, so I'm going to pass his information on to you, Steve. And I don't know, Morgan, if you're interested in doing that, we can pass it up there too. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
totally.
I think.
I'm very interested in that.
Okay, that'd be great. That'd be great. Dennis, I saw you sitting there with what's on your arm? Dennis Coons.
He's muted.
I can't hear you. You're muted. Oh, well. Yeah, it
They're-
looks like
they're-
you, what'd you do?
Had a surgery on my thumb yesterday, so I'm off work for a few days and for a few weeks actually, and now I get to come to the Zoom meetings.
There you go. Okay.
But I wanted to throw out for Morgan. She probably knows Hadley Broadwater at North Montgomery. That's my granddaughter, and she's really interested in having a key club there at North Montgomery. So pair up with her and see if you can find a counselor to get it all started.
Okay.
There we go. There's two. Good. We'll get it going. Anybody else have anything? Jerry, it's all yours.
Thanks, Gary, for facilitating that discussion. Our speaker next week will be Karen Branch from the Youth Service Bureau. You all know Karen. Well, those here in Crawfordsville know her anyway. And she's going to talk to us about coping with the stress and strain of living under the COVID-19 lockdown and all of the stuff that we've gone through the last couple of months. So that should be interesting. Would invite any of our guests to come back and join us if you want. We use the same meeting code each week, and it's I'm probably taking a risk here. We don't use a password to protect it, but for the time being, we will continue to use the same meeting ID number. And so if you'd like to join us, you're certainly welcome to come back. Again, thanks to all of you, particularly the guests, for taking the time to join us today. I know I learned a couple of things that I think I can incorporate into making our meetings better. Hopefully, you got the opportunity to do the same thing, and it's nice to get a chance to see other Kiwanians around the country and how they approach it for the benefit of their community. My closing thought for the day, I'm going to quote myself from last week again. We're not over this yet, folks, so please remain careful out there, and we'll see you all next week. So long now.
I'd like to invite anyone from Crawfordsville to come on down to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And Jerry, Gary, I don't know if I've sent you the speakers list, but if you'll distribute that to your members, we would love to have you come visit us.
Okay.
We'd love to visit.
Get down to that neck of the woods. I will. I've got business acquaintances that live in that area. It'll be fun to visit with them as well. So maybe I can kill two birds with one stone.
Thank you for inviting us. This was very informative. We enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Good luck to everybody. Have a safe one.
Stay safe.
Bye.
So long now.
Bye.
Bye, Crawford.